am Tracy, owner of Low Country Shrimp and Knits, and with me is Judy, owner of Maggie Loves Yarn, and Liz, owner of Simply Made by Liz. This is our last hurrah with her for now, as she's heading back north, and we can't figure out why. Why would you do that? Oh my God! Why would you do that? But I guess she lives there.
She's gonna miss all the spring breakers that are gonna start coming.
I know, all the tourists, and then you get to miss all the car accidents and all the detritus along the highway because people don't know how to drive.
College kids hanging out the window going, "Spring break!"
Yeah. College kids in Myrtle,
the water's still kind of cold.
They don't care. They don't care. It's better than upstate New York at this point. So, I never thought of Hilton Head being a spring break destination. You think Myrtle Beach, or you think
Myrtle Beach is.
Yeah, you think Daytona Beach or something a little. No, they still come here. I always find it like, really, like, here we are, spring break on Hilton Head Island.
When we lived in Beaufort, and there's on outside of Beaufort going into like Hunting Park.
Mm-hmm.
There's Fripp Island.
Yep.
And Fripp Island is all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really not a lot to do.
Right.
And if it rains a lot, you're in trouble.
Because you're in the middle of nowhere, really, up there.
So, you go for the beach, and that's about it. Or a little family reunion or whatever. So downtown Beaufort is a beautiful little town if you've never been there. And it has this, what they call the water park. But it's just, an atrium there, like a little pavilion.
There's not too much there.
No. And it's like a little
to the harbor
amphitheater.
Yes.
So, there's stuff going on that way. And apparently this family had gone to Fripp or out that way and rented. Had never been here before. My husband and I were downtown. We were doing something when we lived there. Here comes this guy with 3 kids, and they have on swimsuits and they have the inner tubes around them, and he goes, "We're looking for the water park. They said there was a water park down here." And we went like, "Oh, dude,
yeah.
This is what they refer to as the water park."
This is it.
And I thought,
Sorry.
"Oh my God, you're going to have to go home with those kids screaming all the way."
Surprise! We're going to be going
Jump off the McTeer Bridge now.
It's going to be a long, long day. So this is, and I'm sure very, very glad for Judy, but also for me, the last day before tomorrow. I'm running my half marathon. It has been a long and absolutely crazy, stressful month. It's like taken over my whole life, and I'm so sick of it. And I know Judy's so sick of hearing about it. So,
what are
you doing? You haven't only talked about it to like every person that's come in the shop for the last month. So
even Drew, Liz's husband. So is that race today? It's tomorrow, Drew.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
So I've got my marathon training shirt on, and but of course, because it's me, we can't just have a normal half marathon. The weather has to suck tomorrow.
Well, it's only supposed to storm today.
Oh, please,
And
just
then
not rain tomorrow.
And it's down from 100% tomorrow to 97%.
Oh. Only 97%.
So try and get it in during that 3%.
Yeah, that 3%. I'm just gonna try it out, or I just be like, well, it only took me 17 hours to run this course because I'm wet. And so normally when I run a big race, my treat to myself when I get to the finish line is Swedish fish. And so I stuffed my face. One of my besties sent me a bag. It's the size of Egypt. It is like huge
That's
bag of
fun.
Swedish fish. So I have friends that sent me this pasta of like little runners. So pasta party tonight. But I was saying to her today, I go, well, I'm probably just gonna have to soak those things in vodka and just take those instead of gels. It's gonna be so rainy. I'm like, who's that naked lady crossing the finish line? It's like, woo! This is the best race ever. I love it.
Sorry, you took a wrong turn somewhere from New Orleans. No, you should be down there flashing everyone.
Doing, my God. But I make sure I have my bib on so I get credit for the miles. So when I pass the finish line 40 hours later. So anyway, so that's going on. So we're almost finished. But I don't know that I've told everyone about my fun with my nose. So did I tell that story yet?
I think so, but feel free. Is that working, this stuff?
No. No. So I sneeze like my head off when I'm done running, and for the rest of the day. And it's constant. So I went to the ENT the other day, and I was like, are you seeing this a lot with like COVID people and athletes or runners or whatever? And he goes, in all my years of doing this, I can count on one finger the people that I've seen, and that's you. It's like,
And you said, do I get a medal?
I was like, I was like, well, of course. He goes, I'm going to have you try this. It's probably not going to work. I'm like, okay. And no, it doesn't. So I got that to look for. You'll hear me on my way because I'll just be sneezing.
We'll be here. Liz and I will be here.
That's right.
Come on down. There'll be knitting. There'll be gossiping. There'll be all kinds of stuff. Raucous music.
Yep. And she just learned how to give a sale button. So she's going to be like, discounts on all this stuff.
Oops. Hit it by accident.
Oopsie. So, but we have a lot of cool things going on here in the next few weeks. So one of my favorite classes, and I don't take it because I'm of the ilk of people that's like, why would you make your own socks? I just buy them. But we these two love making socks. Are you making sock right now, Liz?
Yes, I am. I'm making the coffee sock.
All right. So there it is. Just getting started. Did you finish the chicken sock? Chicken and the egg sock?
Yes, she did.
Yes, I don't have it with me.
That's all right. That's all right.
Where's the coffee socks?
Coffee socks.
Oh, don't get it out.
It's right here.
That's fine.
It's right here. So here is the coffee sock. So this is
Hasn't been blocked
the
yet.
February.
You can put it on that today,
Oh
too.
yes, this is the February sock that if we do a sock of the month club. It's super cute. So Judy is the sock master here. I am not, but I'm excited about this month's sock coming up. So we're making kits for it. So if you want to be involved in either a Happily Knitting Socks Club or if you would like to purchase a kit, we use this month, it's this sock right here, the cover of Charming Colorwork Socks. So we'll be putting a kit together and the kit will include this color yarn, and then we are going to be using easel, and this is the easel that we're going to be using for the color work on the socks.
Do you want to show what it looks like close up?
Oh,
That's
yes.
all the further I've gotten because everything is going on hiatus starting Monday because I've got to get my tunic done for the wedding.
So yeah, so here is the beginning of the sock. Here we have, obviously we do cuff down, and so super cute. Little fun spring socks. So we have those coming up, and so let me know if you want a kit. I won't be making, I've got 3 people that want them so far, so let me know if you want me to throw yours in there as well. So we've got this class coming up.
And you know, for color work and socks, I do like the universal easel. It's knitting because it's very close. But nothing beats this when it comes to socks. It
Jawal.
really doesn't. And she carries a ton of the colors.
Yep, this is Yawal Lang, and it's really cool because in the center it comes with it's darning thread, right? I mean that's the intent of it.
Looks like this.
So it's got a little
It's not
spool.
the right color, but
Yeah. Oh, so it comes with this spool of thread right in the middle of it. So yeah, no, it's a really
like a
fun.
Cracker Jack box. You get a prize.
You get a prize in the middle when you finish your work.
Yeah.
Congratulations! Oh, here's your trophy. So an easel. We just got this back in stock. This one was out, and it's so cute when it knits up. It knits up in the cutest pattern. So it looks like you're doing all this color work. Do you see it right there hanging? You're doing all this color work, but actually it's the yarn that does it for you. It's self-patterning, and Judy's made a pair of socks. So this is it, and all you have to do, I don't say all you have to do, but so if you're going to use this,
So it's so quick because you're not changing colors and anything.
but it looks like you've done all this color work, and it's so if you just stockinette whatever it is you're working on, then there you go. It does all the pattern for you, and it's very
So it's
springy
super
and fun.
quick.
Yeah, it's very
you're not
springy and
changing
fun.
colors.
So this is universal yarn, and the good news is that you can machine wash this, dry out flat outside. Obviously, you wouldn't put it in the dryer because it would shrink, but it is something you can put in the machine to wash. So that's always good with socks. Although I'm a baby, I'm afraid to put anything in the wash unless I'm intentionally felting it. But that's me. People do it all the time.
Well, my washing machine has a gentle cycle that's only like 30 minutes long. I haven't done it with any of my hand knits, but my other sweaters, like I have been throwing it in and then laying them out to dry, not throwing them in the dryer, and they're fine.
Do you know why? I'm gonna throw a question. I didn't even warn you ahead of time. Do you know why it has to be a top loading instead of a front loading washer to felt?
Because the agitation, I think, isn't as
Much. Okay. Yeah. Because
As far as I know.
It has to have the thing in the tube in the middle.
Yeah, but mine
But mine doesn't. My
Mine
top
doesn't.
loading doesn't have that.
No, because mine's a what do they call it? A water efficient or whatever.
Yeah, whatever mine is too, it doesn't have that. And
I thought you couldn't felt unless it had that to agitate it.
it worked on mine.
It worked on mine.
Yeah.
I have some lady sold this one because it was tall because it was a top loading.
Yeah.
And she couldn't reach down in it. So it was like an
You step
$800 washing machine I got for $80.
Are you kidding?
Hardly ever been used. It plays music when you lift the lid.
Yeah, mine does
You're so
too.
fancy.
You know, it's just like, ooh, that must have been an extra $300 on this machine.
The singing, it's the singing washing machine. So yeah, no, that's interesting. But I mean, theoretically, I would think that.
No, mine doesn't have that either. But I sometimes put it in a mesh bag,
Yeah, that's what I do.
and
with
I will
mine.
throw a tennis shoe in,
Oh, that's smart.
or a
To
tennis
kind
ball.
of additionally
and it does
agitate.
it, and especially in the dryer, and I get my tennis shoes washed at the same
See,
time.
it's
so-
multitasking. Multitasking.
Or if
at
I
its
don't
best.
put it in a mesh bag, put it in a pillowcase and tie it real tight.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to do that because I mean, we talked about, and I would like to do it, a felting class for a bag, and you have a bunch of
I do.
awesome bags that you've made.
Well, because that's how I taught myself to knit.
Well, and that's, I mean, so smart because all your mistakes, you're like,
Yeah,
mistakes.
I taught myself how to knit by making bags, and I'll tell you what, so you didn't have to worry about gauge. I like that yarn. I'll make a bag.
Right, right.
And it taught me how to knit in the round,
Yep,
increase, decrease,
yep.
make I-cord, and then when I got it done, I threw it in the washer, and I felted the sucker to death, and you couldn't see any of my mistakes.
No mistakes.
So I wasn't making a washcloth. I was carrying it the next day, and people were like, "Ooh, did you make that?" Yes.
Yes, I did. I'm just not good. But yeah, so and then they're like, well, I don't have, I've talked about it here, and they're like, oh, I don't have a top lid. I'm like, well, I'll just bring it home. I mean, really, I can't screw it up that badly, right? After somebody's knitted it, so I'm like, I'll just bring it home. And
We'll bring it home and we'll do it.
it's like
I've
when
got-
you leave the thing you've painted at those little shops, and then you have to
I've
trust
felted
them to.
slippers, and they come out fine too. The trick to slippers, though, is make sure you have. I did a pair of elf slippers. My grandson wanted them with the toe that
That's
went up.
so cute.
So I just had really good measurements, and you do it in like 20-minute increments and take
Until
it
it's
out
done.
and measure.
That's
it
smart.
Before.
Yeah, that's smart.
And then I don't necessarily throw it in the dryer.
Because I'd like to make those woolen clogs. You know the ones
Oh, yeah.
that
Oh,
they
yeah.
have to have
Yeah,
patterns.
they
Have
look
you?
fun.
That would be fun.
I did a pair that looked like mucklucks. They were really cute.
That would
My
be fun.
daughter-in-law wanted them.
I was going to say, I
One
think
of
my kids and
daughter-in-laws.
that would be a fun project for them to
Maybe
work
it
on.
wasn't a daughter-in-law. It was a girlfriend. Sorry. And yeah, and I even had the leather bottoms that you sew on.
That's yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
That's
I've done those.
Okay.
You just take the time and then you stuff them with newspapers to get the shape you want while it's drying.
oh, that's smart. And then when they get yucky, you can always just wash them again and
Do it again. There's
walk
a
'em.
way to do everything, and if there's not,
Judy
I'll
will
make
figure it out.
I'll make it up.
Judy will. Well, this
I'll
is how
make
we're
it up.
doing this, and somehow it all works. So.
Show this. It's finished.
So we finished. Well, it's so cute how I take the credit. No, Judy finished this last week. We steeked this beauty, and then
See? And it's still
holding together. It didn't fall apart. So she steeked it and put this cute little button on it. And so now we are going to have a class, just one taking the eek out of steek. And so we're going to have this coming up. I haven't picked the date yet.
Nope, Kathy last night said
Kathy's-
she wanted to.
Kathy's
So
in.
when Kathy
So-
saw it, and she goes, I said, so if you do something little, she goes, oh, so it's not bad if I screw it up. I'm like, yeah, you're not out anything.
No.
She goes, okay, I want to do that. I can talk Kathy into anything.
I know, she's-
Kathy's
God love her.
adventurous.
Oh my
like
God,
me.
love her. I love her.
Kathy.
Good
Oh
people.
yeah, I can. Okay.
Yeah. So we, I wanted to start making like samples of what the different yarns look like knitted up. And so, of course, this is on my long list of things to do. So Judy had some left over of the Biche and Bouche that I have. Now, it's beautiful yarn, but it's not soft and squishy.
It's not squishy yarn that people go, oh, I have to make something out of this.
No.
But the more you knit it, the softer it becomes.
So it's beautiful. The colors are so pretty, and it holds your work. And here's the other one that I use.
And I have worn it. I did that in my Islington sweater with it.
Yeah.
With the big thistles here.
Yep.
And it's a heavy sweater, but geez, I wore it in Oxford because it was only like in the 40s that day.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I don't wear a long sleeve shirt or anything under it.
And it's not itchy?
Nope.
Okay,
It
well
is
that
not
is
itchy.
good
and I'll
to
tell
know.
you what, if it was itchy, you would know it because
Yeah.
there's something down my shirt now.
So I knitted this up just to kind of show what the yarn looks like. And it does. It's just, and this is, you know,
It has good stitch
Good.
definition.
and this is just a simple stockinette, nothing fancy or anything like that. And then today I made this just to show like the different color options, and Judy is going to beat the crap out of it in a little while. So
I
we've got
thought
that.
you were going to.
Oh, I'm going to be the yay catharsis.
And I brought.
So,
If you don't want a completely wet block, okay, here's my endorsement.
okay, here we go.
If you don't want to completely wet block something, because sometimes, you know, it does stretch. And this could stretch terribly if you completely soaked it.
Yeah.
Although they say to go ahead
They
and
say to
do
wet block it.
Just be really careful when you take it out. It's like quilts. When you're making a quilt, they always said until the border's on, never hold it up and go, see what I've got? Because you're stretching that fabric.
Yeah.
And same thing here, you're stretching it. If it's wet and you hold it up,
Yeah.
you're stretching it.
Yeah.
Whether you want to stretch it or not, it's going to stretch. So whichever way you do it, if you don't want to, and like I didn't with my Islington because it had that maroon
Yeah.
at the bottom,
Yeah.
and it bled.
Yeah.
So I
That was
didn't
smart.
want to.
That was smart.
So this is just like a little a pinch of the Eucalyptus, and it's in the jasmine. Smell that, baby.
Can't smell.
Oh yeah.
Still have no
Smell
sense of
that,
smell.
baby.
It's never coming back.
It's
I love
such
that.
a clean, fresh smell. Put it in a spray bottle. Put it in water, and then spray block it because this is non-rinsable. You don't have
Yeah.
to rinse it.
Well,
So you
maybe
don't
we should
have
just
to rinse this
wet
soap
block
out.
the hell out of this because who cares, right? I mean, if it
Did you bring a
becomes.
towel to wrap it in? Of course not. I did.
I love you. I love you.
I'm wonderful.
So she's a delight.
That's my dyeing towel, but they won't rub off. It's fine.
All right. So we'll wet block the hell out of this and see how it comes out. So that way, we can see.
Can you smell this? It smells so good.
I can hear it. You can
It's
smell it just
jasmine.
about as well as I can.
They all smell good, but I'm so in love with the jasmine. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
why.
like the jasmine.
Yeah, it's that one is I think the top seller because I have jasmine
I love
unscented. I have lavender, grapefruit, and eucalyptus.
The
and
grapefruit smells good, and someone said the pomegranate. If you can, that smells good.
See, I haven't found that.
Well,
I
wait a
haven't
minute.
found it
I
online.
think pomegranate's in the soak.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've used soak, and I like soak, but I always go back to the eucalyptus. It's just more for your money.
Right. And I feel like it's soft. It's
you
nice and
only-
soft when you finish. When it's all dry, it gives it a
I
softness
use
that.
it on all my hand washables, whether I knitted it or
Well,
not.
yeah. I mean, it's and you don't have to rinse it. You know.
Good.
So
I love it.
all right, we'll wet block the heck out of this guy.
Okay,
All right.
so we're ready.
So you want to
wanna
whack it
soak
now?
it?
Yeah, let's soak it.
We're gonna soak it, and I'm gonna soak it.
All right.
I'm going to leave for a minute. I'm going to.
She'll be
have
right
a
back.
little-
And while
You
she's
don't
gone,
have a
I'll
cup or
show
anything.
you
have a
what we've
cup?
made. I have a mug over there.
Okay, we'll put it in the
And I
mug,
should have some cups
and
in
we're
that.
going to soak it for a few minutes.
In the top shelf next
Right.
to the orders. I got a stack of orders that came out. So, all right. So we got some new fun yarns in. Yay! That's the best. It's like, my husband's like, we got more yarn. I'm like, yay! He's like, what did you order? I'm like, I don't know. Everything! Yay! So we got these. I love. This is called Bamboo Bloom Hand Paints. It is by Universal Yarn and is. Oh, this is the first one I'm showing is this purple. So look at how much fun this is. So this yarn is really cool for like a cowl because it is all different, you know, kind of textures. And so it's thin and it's floppy and it's bulky and it's thin again. It's so much fun. So this would be a really great cowl. So we got
Fast knit.
these. Yes, very fast knit. And then I got this color because, you know what, I don't have anything that's kind of like this. So this one in here I got. And I can't remember the names of everything. So this one is called Red Maple here. And this one is called Emperor, the one I just showed you here. And the last one, I just thought this would be fun for some kids, is called, this is part of the Stephen B series. So this is called Stephen B Fabulous.
Stephen B is hysterical.
So here is part of the Stephen B series, and this is Be Fabulous. So I thought this would be such a cute cowl. I'm like a little kid. Like
Yeah.
just, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
kind
mine.
of cozy
This
and
is-
bright.
this is mine.
It's coming home with you?
It's coming
It's
home
been
with
calling
me.
to her since
It's
she
not
came
gonna
in.
Be done. You know what? That's like in the car knitting.
Oh,
On
it's
the
so
way to
cute.
Birmingham.
It's so
Yeah.
cute. The colors are really, really
You want
fun.
one to knit on the way home?
Do you want a purpley one? Of course you do. You're a purple girl. There you go.
Thank you.
Of course. So,
We just picked out these colors the other day.
yeah, they just
And they're
came in.
here already.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah.
She
So-
gets them in fast.
Yeah, they do. I got to
People
say,
are scared of
my boom, they're in. So I had a bunch of orders. Now I had Malabrigo actually came in a lot faster than they were. I had ordered it. It was out of stock, and they were like, well, you know, when it's back in, and I mean, literally as soon as it came in, they sent it right out to me. So, which was great because I had someone special order this. So she ordered, and I think it's so much fun. So she ordered this one for a cowl. She's doing a knit along, and so this is Piedras. This is the Rios.
What's the cowl knit along that she's doing?
I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of it. So it's some mystery knit along.
Oh, well, if it's a mystery, she doesn't know the name of it yet.
So, but she might, and she may have told me, and I can't remember anything.
That's really pretty because of the greens in it.
So pretty. So she got this one, and then she got this one to go with it. And I think this color is just stunning. It is so brilliant and, you know, kind of this emeraldy green. So, so this one's called Teal Feather and Piedra. So she's using those together.
I like the green better with it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Give me the green.
So this is the other color we got, which is called yerba, which means grass. Okay. And so this one is so pretty. And this one is, to me, like, oh.
See, I like those.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. It's so
I like
pretty.
these two together,
Yeah.
but I think this overpowers.
Yeah. Well, I like
But then these two, but it depends on what the pattern is. You know,
Absolutely,
You may
yeah.
want one that does that, but if not,
that
I
one,
think these
that
two
one.
together
Oh,
would
yeah.
just,
sing.
yeah.
Yeah, so beautiful. And then I got this one because it just looked so pretty, and it's not anything that we really have.
Oh, but
kind
you
of like
put
the
it
purples
with
and
gray, you
grays.
could put it
Yes,
with navy.
it's called Cloud Sunshine. So we got not too green for that, but yeah. So that one was really fun. And then this other one. So here's the challenge when you look at yarn online. It never actually looks like what the yarn looks like. So this looked really distinct and different than this one online. But look,
No, it does.
it's definitely. But when you put them all next to each other, they're not so separate
Let
and
me show you.
distinct.
Let me take this one
Okay.
and put it with this.
Yeah. Oh no, that's great. Look at the colors; they pop.
It pops.
But I still like this one better.
No, I like
Nope,
that
you're
one
right.
with that
Yep,
one.
you're right.
And this one with this
Yep,
one. So it's
you're
just
right.
enough difference. See right there when
Yep.
you pick that up.
Yep. You're right.
Can you see that? I'm down here.
And then we could do the third one. Mm-hmm. And the purple in
Those
this
three.
one. These
Those
three.
three would be gorgeous
These three.
together.
Oh, so yes, new Malabrigo, come on in. The last one I had, which I had in stock already, which is just so bright and fun, is this color here, fuchsia. So, and the yarn is so soft and squishy, but I really don't know how they get it with so saturated with so
do.
much color.
Well,
It's called you dye the absolute
they're
crap
doing
out of it.
Huge vats.
Oh yeah, of
And
course.
and dipping them, and I've seen
So when we
on
got
a
them in,
trolley, and it's too big for my laundry room.
really? We got to expand your laundry room then.
I know.
So it's interesting. And again, as I've said many times, I have no sense of smell back since I got COVID 2 years ago. And so yesterday these came in and we could tell, can you still smell the vinegar? She's like, I can tell they got these like in them and right out. Because
No,
Has-
you
it's-
can't.
it's
so
dulled?
once the
okay.
because you took them right out of the bag.
Yeah, as
and
soon
I
as they
could
got
smell
here.
them.
Yeah, I had just
Yeah,
taken
you
them
can't
out.
smell 'em now.
And you could tell that they literally just bagged them and shipped them to me. So,
That's why I get
fresh off the press.
You need vinegar when you do hand dyes because if you just stuck it in the dye, it wouldn't stick.
Yeah.
It goes out. Vinegar is a mordant and and if you're using acid fast dyes, you need to put in an acid. Vinegar is an acid. So it makes the dye stick and adhere. And it can come out smelling. That's why I use the Eucalyptus, and I give it in a bath in I give it a bath in the jasmine to make not only
This
to
is getting
take
a
out
bath right now.
the smell, but also to make sure it's not bleeding or anything. And that's why my yarn smells so good.
Why? And we always tell people here that once you are blocking it, use some salt. Block it with some salt because
I put it on mine.
Yeah.
I put it on mine just to be safe. Although I do wash mine, I give my girls a really big bath,
Yeah.
and I do not
Oh,
take
let's
them
grab the
out
two new colors.
until they're done. There's no more bleeding, and so I the only colors that are very hard to exhaust the dyes are turquoises.
Yeah.
I just don't want to, and I can get it down to very, very faint. So I put block. Anytime you're using a hand wash, a hand dye, always block it with some salt. And if that doesn't work, take some vinegar and put in.
And that will hopefully. So, Judy, this one, I don't even know if I want to sell it. I might have to steal it. But look at this one, just came out so beautifully. This is called Bluffton Art Walk. She does a beautiful series of things in this area. We have a very awesome downtown, Old Town Bluffton has an entire area of all art shops and things like this. So this is Bluffton Art Walk. And look at this. And also,
oh, those do look good together.
Look at that. Yes, beautiful. So that one. And then this one, Judy, you started out, what were you making in this one?
I was going to do hurricane warning. But then I first of all, I got up at 4:30 because I was awake. So I went, I'll just go ahead and dye it. And I usually put the gray in first and I put the blue in. And so I'm not really sure what happened. I think the blue overtook the gray.
Yeah. But it's
way too much, or the gray came out blue. I don't know whether maybe it was a batch and maybe it had gotten old, and I should have just dyed up fresh, and I didn't.
Beautiful.
But I like how it
Yeah,
came
no,
out.
it's
very
beautiful.
tonal blues.
It's very
gorgeous.
tonal.
Oh my God, would it knit up gorgeous?
Oh yeah, no, it's beautiful.
But it's not hurricane.
It's not what you
warning.
intended, but boy, the outcome is absolutely gorgeous. So we
it's
have
like-
one of each of these.
That's not what I was intending.
So come down if you want one of these. Come down sooner
yeah,
than later.
I'm
These
not
are going
doing that
to
one.
go. These are going to go quickly, and I can ship. So if this is something that you're interested, I can ship. So, and then we've gotten, so these are a couple new, I'm trying out new samples to see, all right, what else now? We've kind of gotten, I think we feel like we've gotten the basics down here at our yarn shop here. And
She does. She has basic colors.
I have good stuff. And so now I'm just trying to fill in, like, well, what are we missing? And I know last week we talked about hemp. I'm still on the fence because I just don't like it. But
She wants those placemats, though.
I don't want to make those darn placemats. But, and so this came in, this has got hemp in it. So this has cotton and hemp blend, Merkai. This is from Barocco. And so it doesn't make me cringe when I touch it.
No,
It doesn't make me
but
cringe.
It reminds me so much of the juniper Zoe.
That's
the
exactly my point. So I don't know that I would get this for the shop. I would special order it. If it's something that you need, I can special order anything from Barocco, Lang. I have a lot of companies with whom I work. So, but I just think that this is too much like Zoe and Wool Addict's Pride, that I don't feel like I'm going to add it.
No, if you wanted to do the placemats, I would take Zoe, because and even with this, and there's not as much on
Yeah.
here as there is with the Zoe.
Right.
I would take it and double it, and then you'd have the strength of it and for the placemats.
For Zoe?
I would double it. I
So
would
this
double
is
it when I'm
Zoe,
knitting it.
and this is made with linen. So their makeup is very, very similar. I don't know how close. Of course, it gets a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, just knit
But-
it doubled.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to hold off.
So how many yards is in this?
In the Merkai,
131.
and this one had quite a bit. It's 284 yards.
So
it's more than double.
Doubled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great.
It's more than double. Anyway, so I think. Are you guys feeling like?
I am. Let's move on to something.
Let's move to something-
on to something else, because
So
we've got it's covered.
yeah, I feel like I've covered that range
I mean,
of
if
it.
I walked in and I saw this, and then I saw this, and it was twice as much, and maybe the prices are very comparable, and they probably are.
Yeah.
I would buy this.
Yeah, I agree. That's how I feel. So this came in, and I thought it was interesting, but I don't know how much I love it. I like the colors. This one's really fun. All right, this one's really fun and
really
bright.
pretty in a shawl
This
or a
would be,
scarf.
but the yarn itself is very plied. It feels like. So it's got kind of a cool feel to it, but I don't know. Sesame, it's wool
Oh,
and
sesame's a big
acrylic.
seller. People love sesame.
Yeah.
And it's one of those you either love it or you don't.
Right, because it's got
I think
a
I would get it
interesting
and
feel.
say, once I got it. It's one of those I'd be like, oh my God, buy it. And then I get home and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
I have a few like that.
I kinda just feel like-
I have one or two like that. in
Cowl.
my stash.
Just 2 or 3. Yeah, so this one kind of feels like cowl to me. It definitely doesn't have that, oh, I've got to have this
You know what?
squishiness.
If you were doing a mystery, that's something you would get, because they'd go, you need a variegated that's got lights and darks, and I'd be like, oh, that would be perfect for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely would. Or even if you did like the shift, where you've got all those different
It'd be
colors.
gorgeous in the shift or night shift or one of those shifts.
Yep. So the shift, Andrew Mallory, this would probably work nicely with that. And then I would, because I don't do the like all the clashing of the colors. My brain can't handle all those colors. But there are definitely people that put a whole bunch of variegated together and make it work.
Well, it is hard. You saw that in my,
In your blanket.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have the artist eye.
And
that's
I
in that.
mind, I didn't do a real good job of it, but
Oh my God, yours is gorgeous. Are you kidding me? It's gorgeous.
it's all right.
I like it. So anyway, I don't know. Let me know. Would this be something you would want to add to my collection here?
It reminds me too much of Wizard.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
Let me
why.
see. So let me pull Wizard. So
I
to
mean,
me,
Wizard is
it
more
doesn't.
ombre.
See, to me, this feels more like the melange that I have here. So here's melange.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, and then Wizard it's got kind of this cord to it, whereas this one's more like a twisty. I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem. What do you think, Liz?
I don't think it's anything alike.
Yeah, to
But
me
I
they're
mean,
they're quite
color-wise
distinct.
and how it
Color,
goes,
well, let
it
me grab a
reminds
similar
me.
color one. Yes, color wise, Wizard is fun. So this is Wizard, and it knits up super fun, and it's fast. So because it's so chunky and soft. So this to me is soft and squishy, and I'm like, oh yes. This one doesn't feel that way to me. It's soft,
Yeah.
but there's no like yes.
I think, I don't know whether it still is or not, but Sesame was the big seller at one time.
Oh,
Everybody
I'm
was like, oh, have you tried Sesame? It's like,
Well, it's like
No.
the Wizard. It's the new stuff comes out, and the old stuff is like, oh, okay, been there, done that. So, what else are we
but
working?
that's good because you've got so much in here you can be discerning. I want...
Yeah. Well,
know
we're
what
starting
sells and
to.
what doesn't.
We're starting to, and it always cracks me up. I do get the people that come in and go, "Well, I can't find the thing I like." I'm like, oh, "Okay, sorry."
I'm sorry. May I direct you to the Eye Institute of Bluffton? It's next to One Hot Mama's.
I'm like, oh my God. So people are interesting, okay? And so of course everyone's got their own little battle in their head that's going on. Nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes. But so I was this week.
But my husband's like that. He'll go, I'll show him something, and he'll go, I can't see it, but I know it'll be beautiful when you get it done.
Yeah.
So just do it. And I do the same thing. Like
Yeah.
when we lived in the old Victorian house that we had in Ohio, you wallpaper. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's all, so we had to redo the dining room. It really had to be done. I spent all day looking at wallpaper stuff. And I knew. And so he came home and he goes, did you get something? I said, okay. We can play the game for 3 hours and you can look through all these books, or we can cut to the chase. I'm going to show you what I'm going to get anyways. And he goes, go ahead and get what you want anyways. And it did. It came out beautiful. It was like a mauve that went like this.
Oh.
And it had a little bit of teal in it. And they put a teal
Border?
Yeah, around the top. Not of wallpaper, but of
Paint?
the wood thing that you put up, slat that goes around and curves down.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. And it was absolutely stunning. It was stunning. People came in to look at it, and it was just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well,
But if I had
especially in
shown
those
that
older
to
houses.
him, he would have gone, oh, I don't know, and then I would feel like I had to,
yeah.
compromise with him, and I just said no.
No, we're doing this. Well,
I know.
my
I said,
husband can
just
do.
cut to the chase. Oh, this is what we're going to get anyways, and he goes, okay.
My husband can do that. He has. I mean, when he dresses up for work, it's like wow, and he can pull like different colors together in patterns that look stunning. But if you said, I'm going to wear this plaid with this
I
color
know.
and these socks, he'd be like, really?
I know.
But he pulls it off, and you're like, wow, okay.
We were watching a sitcom once, and the character was watching a TV show, and so now we call it this all the time. The main character goes, what are you watching? And he goes, whatever she wants. And he goes, what's that? That HG TV show? It's whatever she wants, because they go through everything, and the husband goes, oh, I don't like that, or we're never moving. And they do anyways, because that's what she wants.
That's what she wants.
So HGTV is known whatever she wants, because she gets it.
Whatever she wants. All right, let's see how this guy is. He's still soaking away here. So there isn't
probably
too
been
much
in there.
as far as like runoff. So it's not. The
No,
water
those
doesn't
colors
look
did not
like
bleed.
it
It
didn't
was
bleed.
just,
so I think the
Yeah, I didn't put anything in but water.
your cranberry is definitely going to bleed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so
Okay, which one are you going to beat first? This one?
I don't know which one deserves it. Well,
No.
I'll beat mine
Which
because
one was bad?
they.
I didn't put mine in.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's just all right, let's start with the one you've got out. So, all right, so here it is. We're wet blocking as we go. Squish, squish, squish.
Ta-da! Voila.
All right. So
All right,
here,
beat that baby.
here it is. All right, so do we beat the back or the front?
Back.
Beat the back. So I'm flipping it over here. And
Get the end. Ooh, God, I
sorry,
almost put
sorry.
my
You almost
hand
lost a
in there.
hand.
There you go. I think you got it.
I think it's
Oh,
dead.
look. Well, look, because it kind of felt it on the back. Look how beautiful that is.
Oh, that came out
Big
nice.
Such a difference.
Look at
Should
that.
we do this one? I'll soak this one because I didn't.
Yeah. Should we beat the crap out of this one? too?
Yes. I'll just leave this one because I need to do it I'll do the next one I do because I got to do a bunch of them for samples for the class.
Squish 'em. All right. So here it
It's
is.
just
It's
so
all
stunning.
soaked. It's all wet blocked.
And if you turn around to the
There's
back,
the
you
front.
can see the holes where nothing has bloomed yet.
All right. So I'm gonna lay it down. Don't be putting your hands in
God.
here because you'll lose.
I'm
You'll
not.
lose a
I'm
finger.
not.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not.
there's too
You
much
got-
risk involved.
No.
What?
Get it squished
Oh,
out.
all right.
God, you'll put an eye out
We
with all
can't
the
have
water
nice
flying.
things.
Steps. There were steps to it.
Gordon, this is the whacking spoon now. Okay, you thought you were gonna cook with
He's
it.
asking for it. I'm like, no, you can't have
This
it.
is not yours anymore. We have claimed this. We definitely gotta
Maybe for Valentine's Day I'll get him.
get him his own whacking spoon. All right, here we go.
Okay, so see how it is.
There we go.
Okay. It's nice, but it's not. Okay.
Okay, back up. Everyone back up. Oh man, it's ferocious.
Trying to get away.
Watch out. This is for the rain that's coming. This is for all the stress that I've had. This is for my
This is for
students.
stress.
This is for my students in college that drive me crazy right now. So, excuse me, I have to turn it around a bit.
At the edges.
I know, but I can't put my hand in there because I'll whack my own hand off.
You can slow down.
I know, but that's not fun. It's way fun to do it fast.
I think you've beat it into submission.
You think so?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ooh!
Look at that. Don't you just love it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just,
Isn't-
it's perfect.
Look at how pretty it is now.
All right, we'll do this one next week. I'll do another one. I got the button on and everything. Well, no, we can do it.
We can whack around the button.
Okay, let me soak this here real quick.
Okay.
Let me get it wet.
Whack around the button.
Whack-
So-
oh,
So, just for good measure. So, yep. All right.
All right.
We like it. We like it. We'll let it.
I'm just going to wet it just real quick.
Oh, and then you can whack your own.
Thanks. All right, give me them.
All right. Here's this. I'm getting the whacking spoon ready.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot I have the ribbon on it. Because you want to know what you do with the edge, that I cut.
Yeah.
You put gross grain ribbon.
Oh, that's right.
Don't
Look how
my
pretty.
hand stitching's awful.
Well, we're just quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Let it
All right.
wet. No.
Oh. I'm not whacking it. You are.
God.
Yeah. You know.
It's just you can whack it
I
if you
am.
want.
I know. I am good.
All right.
I've gotten my whacking in. All right. Here. Let's show it before we whack it.
Before.
So here's the before.
Very rough.
And here you go. Yes. Get it.
As you pound the chicken, preheat your oven to 425. Remember to put a little olive oil in the pan.
Oh, look at how pretty.
Look how much better you can see the colors.
Look at it. It just pops. It just pops. And the back is like, oh.
There's the ink. Oh, it's so cool.
Yes.
Now you got to put it somewhere till it dries. Stop showing it to people. It'll stretch.
All right, we won't show it to anybody so it stretches. Doesn't stretch anymore. So that is our catharsis for the day. If you have anything you would like beaten, please feel free to bring
And
it down to the
fits
shop.
right around the mug.
Yep, right around the koozie. That one's a
So
little bit too
cute.
big, but I do have a regular size. I'm a big oversized mug user. So I've kind of gotten away because we started this class and it's Nora's Vintage Afghan. So each month we were doing, just a square, and it's just all different cables. And so each month we would kick it off, and now it's just down to like 2 of us that are doing it. So here is where I am in mine. And
We
then
never judge that.
Yeah.
If you stop for
that's
a
fine.
while,
We don't care. You
we
can
don't
come back to it. Sometimes things need to be in timeout. Here was the last one I did, and so I just started this yesterday, and now I remember why I didn't want to. I started it before and pulled it off my needles. It's just this one's not a fun one for me. I don't know what the problem is, but it's like all purling. It's all purling cables. So I don't know. Hopefully it comes out stunning. But right now I'm not like, oh yeah, I love this. It's so fun. I want to do this till I die. I'm just kind of like, okay, I guess we'll get through this one. So if you are doing the Nora's Vintage Blanket, let us know and send us some color pictures, because some of the different colors that people here chose.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Oh my
they're
God.
Stunning.
Oh, they're beautiful. So mine I just kind of kept with some basic colors of the vintage, but people went into really like rusts and oranges and that, or some really bright greens and just
the rust and oranges. Can you imagine putting that out in the fall?
oh, it'd be absolutely
Taking
gorgeous.
my-
You're taking your whack and spoon back?
taking my whack and spoon
Okay,
back.
okay. And then
Whack-a-mole.
And then my daughter is extremely artsy and talented and crafty. In fact, this weekend, so in case you thought I was just going to relax after running 13 miles.
God, that's right.
She has, with her school, she was taking some art classes in her high school, and they've chosen hers and a couple other kids to be on display for the next month at SOBA here in Bluffton. So tomorrow is the premiere of this. So we were going to be going to that.
What time?
It's 5 to 7 at SOBA.
Okay, we're going tomorrow night.
So,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna, and she got a cute little dress. I told her she couldn't dress like, Elvira, the Mistress of the Night for this. She actually had to have something with color because she likes to, like, be a vampire.
She's the cutest vampire. There
She's
is
such a
now.
cute vampire. So, anyway, we had, I was like, let's make some fun bouquets for Valentine's Day because
Yeah.
flowers die, but yarn.
But yarn
man,
lasts forever.
Forever.
Yarn
So,
love
so-
lasts forever.
I bought a bunch of different greens, the plastic ones, so that they don't die either. And then she helped me kind of put them together. So here is one of the
Oh, I gotta get my favorite.
bouquets. They're all over here. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, you did
So I did not. So this is one. This is the whites. And then we made one.
Seriously,
with-
why aren't you getting this for your?
Here's the yellows. This one is my favorite
Mine
that we put
too.
together. This one's all pinks and fluffiness. This is
If
gorgeous.
you live in the area, I might deliver.
Well, I
All
was
you
gonna
have to
say,
do
we
is give
can-
me a piece of chocolate.
We can deliver. I don't
We'll
care.
deliver.
We'll deliver.
You,
if you want
get
it.
entertained while we deliver it. Not
That's
with
right.
song, but
That's-
maybe dance.
Maybe a lyrical performance. And this one is all violets and purples and lavenders. And so if this is something that you would like, or if you want one, a special order one
Because
with
it's
different
coming
colors,
out next week.
that's next week. So let us know. I can put it together on Monday for you when between teaching and
I can
bringing my
help.
dog back to the vet for the 11th time. So, yep. So we got those. So those are available. Let us know if that's something you're interested in. We can even make it with Judy's special yarn. We can ball it up like.
Oh yeah.
So there's got to be a way we can kind of make them into like rose.
Look at that. Looks like a
Look at that.
rose.
It looks like a rose. Put a little stick on it. So, yep. Those are available. Just give us a call. Shoot me an email at shrimpandknits.com, or shrimpandknits.com is my
Or
site.
send your husband in. Tell him what ones you want, and we'll make it up for you.
Exactly. So we got that going for you too. So so if that's something you're interested in, let us know. All right. So we did our steeking. We did our new colors.
Arn and Carlos has a sale.
Oh, Arn and Carlos. So these are people that I haven't followed yet. So tell me about
Arn
them.
and Carlos are this Norwegian couple. They're just cute as can be. I call them those crazy Norwegian boys, the ones who wrote the book, The Art of Knitting with Big Balls.
Oh yes. And they cannot lie.
And they are cute. They are cute as the devil. And they both were they had a cruise going when COVID hit.
Oh,
and they had to bring
God.
it in, and then they both got it, and one of them was really, really sick with
Ugh.
it. But they do a lot of color work, almost all color work.
But like
They're very
Stephen
good
West
at
crazy
it.
color
They're
work?
No, like Norwegian color work.
Gotcha.
And
So they
just-
do
just
steeking.
gorgeous, red and white, and what you see when you think of Norwegian, the red and white
Yep.
sweaters
Yep.
and stuff. And so if you're interested in all their stuff, they have a lot of hats and a lot of mittens. And mittens are a great way to start with color work. And
See, we have this friend that, and this woman can knit, but she was making one of the, the Norwegians ones kind of, they kind of have this point at the top.
Latvian. It's called
The
Latvian.
Latvian. They're gorgeous. And
I've
so
made
she
a
brought
couple.
in, she's just so cute and funny. She was like, she's like, I was knitting and then it just kept going and kept going.
God,
And
yes,
so
that's
then
right.
the mitten is like this big. They could have their hand in
I
one.
don't know what she did.
I
Who was
think
that?
that's Anne, and she's terrific. I mean, just
yeah.
a really talented knitter and so great. And she brought him in. She's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to
Something
use him
went
as like a
I've
decoration.
made-
But they're
I've made a
beautiful.
few, and they're so much fun.
They
to
came
do.
out. They came out beautifully.
My dancing,
Fireflies?
no, dragonflies.
Dragonflies. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous. I see. Here's the thing. I would love to make them, but then I would never wear gloves here, so I'd have to send. I'd have to send them away.
I don't wear those very often, but I do wear fingerless gloves, especially when I'm walking Maggie.
Yeah.
In the mornings and stuff.
I could make
But
them for my bestie up north.
anyways, Arn and Carlos, all their patterns are 60% off right now. So you just go to their site, Arn, ARNE, Carlos, CARLOS.
Okay, so we get
They're just
talking.
as cute as can be.
Yeah. We get talking about, all the stuff Judy does. And Judy, I don't know how she does it because I can barely remember what we just talked about. And she's like, I made this on this yarn with these needles and this pattern's called this. And I made it on June 25th of 2017. And I'm like,
Because I put my projects page on
but you
Ravelry.
remember, I'm just like, what is this? And she's
You
like,
know,
oh, blah, blah, blah.
I
I'm
look
like,
it up before I leave the house because I know you're just like this.
So this is
I
the-
wrote it down. I got here and I wrote it down.
she comes in, she's got all these things. I'm like, oh, I love that. What is this? So, how long ago was this, the Jeopardy?
I don't know. I was trying to find it on
It
the.
was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. 'cause
Yeah,
I was still
there was a
there.
woman on Jeopardy. She was a contestant, and we always laugh because if you want to know anything, the people on Ravelry can find out. And she had the most beautiful blue. I was trying to find the picture and I couldn't. The most beautiful blue shawl on. Everybody's like, "Oh, she knitted that. Isn't that pretty?" Within 24 hours, Ravelry knew who she was. That she was on Ravelry. What the pattern was.
Here she is.
What the yarn was she used, and what size needles or whatever. So it was hysterical because it was called the Jeopardy shawl, and it's actually called Vintage Fremont by Jamie Brindleson. And she kind of got into the spirit of it, and as long as she was a contestant, she didn't last long. I think maybe 3 days tops. The pattern was on sale. She gave a discount for the pattern. So everybody was doing the Jeopardy shawl. That's what this is. And it's very pretty. Now, let me take it off so you can hold it up. I know you're going
This looks
to.
like a lot of yarn overs.
It is.
Yeah.
And I didn't make
So
it as,
pretty.
and again, I didn't make it as big as some people did.
So a lot of yarn overs. I love this middle. So a lot of increasing, a lot of fun.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing with
Press
it's
flowers.
the same thing as press flowers. It has
Yeah.
the center spine.
Yep.
When you do a center spine, then what you're making is a symmetrical shawl.
Yeah. Well, that's super fun. So press flowers. I love her, but she sometimes doesn't love me back. I finally admitted that I needed to frog, and boy, did I frog about 75 hours worth of work. So
Did
now
you
we're
really?
back to the border. I pulled right back all the way to the border. So I started over again. And now I think I'm just going to do one row of flowers and call it a day because it's so long each way. You're like an hour each way across, and then you got to
Yeah.
go an hour all the way back. And I'm kind of over it at this point. I'm like, I just want to be done with this
See, that's
thing.
the way I get.
So here it is. I haven't beaten it yet, so that will be fun.
Oh, beating that.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. But so I do have a class coming up on that at the end of February. I would like to say I'll be done with it, but at this point, I don't know. All right, but you get the point. You get the point of it. So, and we can always show Judy's. Judy had this absolutely stunning, like a cornflower blue.
In fact, that's what I called it.
Did you?
Cornflower. Yeah.
Like cornflower blue and this yellow. Oh, it's stunning, stunning. And the furniture when she brought it in, I'm like, oh my god, we have to have a class on that. So, so that's we have that coming up at the end of the month. We also have your colorwork Little Dreams sweater, and you can make it in a big, in adult size too. The Little Dreams she just made up for me. She's like, I just whipped this up over the last, while
I
my
said you
while
need
my
some more-
lasagna was cooking. I thought I'd whip up a little
I don't cook
sweater
more
for
than
you.
Well, you needed more. It's when I was in here and, working the shop for her, and I texted her one day. Not that she didn't have enough going on with her mother or anything else. I went, you need some new samples in here. You've had these in here now since January. It's September. Let me bring some new ones in for you. So she said, okay.
Oh, God,
and
love
then
her.
when she got here, I said, you need more little kid stuff because a lot of people come in. And
Looking
I'll
for-
tell you what, you want to make a sweater and you're scared to death? Make a little kid sweater.
Oh no, they're so cute too.
Because then you learn all the ins and outs. That's what I did. I made a little kid sweater. I learned the ins and outs of how to make a sweater, how to sew it, how to block it. I'm like, okay, I can do it now. And I gave it away, and they loved it. and
Well, I
it was
have to
fine.
say, so we did a class on it's the French macaroon sweater.
Yes, that was
and
very popular.
it is, and it's a really easy sweater because it's all garter stitch, And then the only part that can be challenging for newer knitters is when you have to add on. But there are so many ways to just simply add the stitches on to get to the arm.
Yeah, and it's in like a chart form, like a spreadsheet. So you kind of have to pay attention to what size you're doing and where you are. And then it's like, it doesn't explain how you do it. It just says do it.
Yeah.
And so you kind of
add on this. These many stitches.
I did too. I had to ask Liz and Norma because they had made it. I went, I don't, and they would just follow it. And
everyone just trust the chart. And I'm like, okay.
And I did.
And I'm like, oh my God, it did come together. And so some people, there's a buttonhole in the back, but some people just do the front again and don't do the buttonhole, and it all comes together. So it's really so cute. And the color that we had a couple different colors. I'll grab it. We used Pima cotton for this.
But you needed to add. That's why I said, let me do this sweater for you.
Yeah. So
and it was cute, and I wanted to do it.
Here's the cute little French macaroon one. And it is, I mean, just so sweet. I haven't added a button yet, but this is the back where you can put a button in.
Well, I did that
here.
for you, and I didn't put the button on.
Yeah, so
we brought it in when you can do it.
Yeah,
that was
there
like
you go.
the
I got
second
this
one
for
I
you.
made.
So
I made
can't
one
reach the
as a baby shower gift for my friend.
So cute. So, and there's so many fun colors that you can choose from just because it's, it's pretty simple and straight. So when you change over, so this is a good way to start with a different changeover is you just get the new color, you knit across, and then on one side you just add, and then when you knit back across, you add on the other side, and then you kind of finish it up at the top with the color from down, the main color. And this is a really cute, simple, if you want to try out sweaters, this is a good way. So, yes, we have that coming up your class. But we do have a bunch of people signed up for that. So if you want to sign up for the Little Dream sweater, I did get the...
That's next week, isn't it?
Coming up. I got Harriet in, and so...
the 17th.
Because I've had a bunch of people say, well, I just want to do it in that color. So I got them in finally. So here's Harriet in talc and the blue that would go with the Little Dream sweater that you could have. So we do have these in stock if this is something you want to do for that class.
With butter.
Oh, it's so soft. So I got to say, it's been an absolute catastrophe here with my website. And so I use Shopify, and when I was doing the inventory, I screwed it up and it just wiped out my whole system. So I had to go back in and add everything back in, and it's still screwed up. But in the process, then Facebook decided that they were going to shut down my Facebook page and my Instagram page because I sell moonshine. That is not moonshine. I'll grab moonshine. Though this is moonshine.
Yeah, it's
Here.
made by Juniper Moon, and that's the name of it, moonshine. You need to let Juniper Moon know.
Yeah. So it's moonshine. Okay, here it is. Moonshine.
It's gorgeous.
Moonshine. So much fun. Nice and bright, fun colors. We used these. You used it too when we did our shirt. Our what's the name of the T-shirt?
Yeah.
You know the T-shirt
the striped one.
Yeah, the
Sail
boat
away or something like that.
Something
Boat
like
away
that.
or
Yeah.
Move away or
You just get the hell out of Dodge.
Get away.
Yeah, go away from
away.
us.
Go away.
Whatever it is. So we made that T-shirt, and we use these for the stripes, and so fun because it's nice and soft. It's alpaca. I mean, how can you beat alpaca, really?
Oh yeah, it was a beautiful knit. I would. You know what? I think you should come.
I'm going. What? They were like, well, your Facebook violates our policies. I'm like, how am I violating your policies? Like, I'm going, I don't put anything out there that's mean. I'm like, I was trying to go through everything, and they were like, because you're selling illegal goods. I'm like, what am I selling that's illegal? I was
So
like,
Juniper Moon, if you're watching,
yeah, moonshine.
I would let them know.
I got
see what they
totally
said.
flagged. So they shut down my Facebook site and they shut down my Instagram site because, of course, Big Brother owns everything. And it took me weeks to get it all squared away because I'm like, please review this. This is yarn. I had to change it on my site. So you'll see it says moonshine yarn. And so that's why if you were trying to get a hold of me and I didn't get back to you, I'm sorry. I was locked out. And so I'm still trying to get it all squared away. And as we know from the amount of savviness that I have with IT, it was super easy for me.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it's been a life.
Yeah, I would
lived
let
a whole
them
life.
know.
I know. I just can't even believe it. I'm going, are you kidding me
Well,
with this?
obviously, Elon Musk is not a knitter. You would know.
Well, it's not Elon Musk.
No,
that's Twitter.
That's Twitter.
No, this is Zuckerberg.
Were you
Zuckerberg is
kicked
not
off
a.
Twitter too? Because
I'm not on Twitter. You know what? I haven't gotten. I can't even stay on top of. Right now everything because
I don't like
I use
Twitter.
Facebook. I just don't have enough to say in 146 characters. I'm just buy yarn, please. I don't know. So I have because I have Instagram, I have Facebook, we have our YouTube channel, which if you're not watching this on Instagram, then you're probably watching it on YouTube. And thank you for your support. We appreciate it. We're just a little shop. I got a tease email yesterday. I thought of you and I was like, oh, Julia. And I'm like, oh, they were like, are you ready to monetize? I'm like, yes, I am ready to monetize. Yes, we are. And they were like, do you qualify? And then they were like, you need 1,000 followers and at least 7 million hours of viewing. I'm like, okay, I'm not there yet.
All right, next week. We'll be ready by
next week. So if you would subscribe, because then I can monetize and go, we're going to sell moonshine on your page.
To monetize.
I was like, Judy, we're here. Oh, we didn't make it.
We're in.
We're not there yet. We're knocking on the door though. We got 38 of you people.
Liz thought
38 of you.
She came in wearing sunglasses today. She was ready to be the star.
She was. She's like, the paparazzi's outside and I do not want them to see me when I'm doing hair. They're following, they're hounding me while I'm trying to knit here. So, yep. So that's why. If you reached out, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. I really didn't. I just didn't get anything.
Call or what is it? Operators are standing by.
That's right. We want to take your calls. We just are not allowed to because Zuckerberg says.
Operators are standing by. Please be patient.
And I'm like, really, of all the stuff I see on Facebook all the time. I mean, think of all the stuff you see on Facebook, Instagram, all these different. I mean, I'm on Nextdoor. Nextdoor didn't knock me out, but I'm just saying all these things that you see people, the stuff that they say, about each other.
They puts it on there so many times.
I do. I'm like, here, find this. Here I am. And yet. That was what shut me down. I'm like, okay.
That was ridiculous. I'm sorry, it just was.
That was ridiculous. And I also, it cracks me up that like people, I don't know how else to tell people where I am or what my hours are because I have it on the door. I have it on a website. I have it on Google. I have it on Yelp. I have it on Yahoo. I have it on Instagram, Facebook.
So if you
I have it on Nextdoor.
It's kind of on you.
I don't know how to tell people more. Like, and people that try to find it, I am tucked behind. I'm through the part of the middle of the building, and they get here and they're so angry. They're like, "Well, it'd be nice if you had a sign out there." And I'm like, I have what I'm allowed. Like, I'm sorry. Call me. Why didn't you just call me? I'll come to you in the parking lot. But I had this woman call me the other day, and she's like, and I was driving in, and I open at noon, and my hours have been the same for.
And they're on the door.
And they're on the door.
So if you're standing there trying to get in and it's locked, read the sign. Read the room, people.
I was like,
read the door.
She's like, are you even planning on coming in today? I'm like, yes. And she's like, well, what time are you getting here? I'm like, well, I'll probably get there at noon since that's the time we open. I was like, sorry.
I know.
It's a yarn emergency, apparently. So, anyway, good
Did
times.
she buy anything?
No.
Say,
No. So, anyways, that's okay. That's okay. Nobody needs to. You can come in, touch and love and squish. But yeah, I was just like, wow, you're starting off on the wrong foot with me. You just come in and be nice. That's all I want. Just be nice to me. Just please.
well, I don't know how you can't be. You come in and there's bright colors and happy people in here.
Yeah.
And if you come in a sour mood, then you're just a sour person.
No, it's just like, wow, you're in a happy place. Like, there's nothing but happiness in a yarn shop.
And we're laughing. We're always laughing.
Yeah, we do have a good time.
There's always a good story or, something to throw Janet under the bus for. We always throw Janet under the bus because we love her so
Love
much.
Janet. Oh my God.
We do.
Yeah, but you know what? I have to say, it's such a good community that like when somebody starts in with the comments about how I don't have a sign out front, even though I do, but it's very tiny because that's the only thing I was allowed. And everybody jumps to my defense. So, and I love that about you guys. You're always so good to me. So thank you. But yeah. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do because. That will help us. It will help us get the word out there and get my name out there since I can't afford to advertise or put a sign up. Apparently, I'm not allowed to.
You got 2 minutes to talk about Emmeline and the dance.
First of all, thank you for reminding me. So Emmeline, I always had this Norman Rockwell vision of like the holidays and I with my kids and we were going to write, Valentine's cards. And, when they were little, I was like, oh my God, we're going to make this memory. We were going to make this memory. So I bought
memory.
It's so cute.
My kids usually went.
Yeah, I want to make a memory. So I was like, we're going to get cards. We're going to write them. We're going to make cookies. We're going to do all these things. And so I want to do that, Mom. I'm like, let's do that. And then Lena would write L and be like, why can't you do this? I'm not going to write all these things. I'm like, you have 4 letters in your name. Like, just write it. I know you know how to, we end up battling. I'm like, you are ruining my Norman Rockwell moment. So that was always what happened. So we have gotten to the point now where my kids are in high school and middle school, and we don't have to, thankfully, exchange Valentines because it never was fun. Never was fun on my end. They fought me tooth and nail. Tooth and nail, writing their names. And they were like, well, I am not writing all my friends' names on these. I'm like, you've got to write the entire class. I am not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm like, oh my God.
Like boys, because that's always mine.
I'm like, oh my God. And then they sell these in packs of 24, and there's 28 kids in the class, so I have to buy 2 packs, and it's never enough, and they're wrong, and I'm like, oh my God, like. So anyway, we've gotten to the point where I just get them I'm like, here, make your own Valentines. So this is Emmeline. She wanted to make one for Judy. So there's Emmeline's.
She didn't put Booty Judy on it? I'm embarrassed.
I don't know what she put on the inside. So this is where I go, oh my God, this is, she writes her own stuff. And so this is why I'm going, I don't know what she's written to Judy. So.
I don't even know. Can I read it out loud?
God, I hope so. But if not, go for it.
Read it yourself first.
Oh, great, fun, cool, awesome.
Oops,
and then
she taped
it shut. What the hell's in here? Oh, and a Hershey kiss. Love you so much, Judy. Judy Bo Booty.
And then she wrote, slay all day.
Slay all day. You deserve a Valentine that's one of a kind, just like you. I love you, Emmeline.
Slay all day. So this is now where.
So jealous.
This is where we are, Judy. Aww. Slay all day. So
I get to be their crazy aunt. She took that to heart.
Judy Bo Booty.
I don't think I'll eat it. I think I'll just say
that's how you're known in the house. But slay all day. I'm like,
I got a baby last week.
I'm like, yeah, a tiny little plastic baby that she made.
An intestine.
Yo, you've got all the
sitting on the back porch and it was Deb. She was knitting. Yeah. She goes, "This is so cute. Look at it. It's got a little eye." What is it? And I went, it's an intestine. Oh. Okay.
Well, you couldn't tell that was an intestine? I mean, it's long. It's like 45 feet long.
It's an intestine, and you don't have one. But get better. She's got COVID.
Well, Liz, we are going to miss you. We're so glad we got to have time with you.
It's so hard to leave, but I will be back.
I know. You're not allowed to stay far away. And plus, I'm a Rhode Island girl at heart, too, so we'll be up to visit you if you can't get down here soon.
We're going to steal an RV, or if somebody's got an RV we can use. We're going on the
road rules, road trip. So anyway, well, thank you for another fun week. You did get to see me beat the crap out of something.
Don't forget to send them here for flowers.
That's right. Flowers. Send them here tomorrow if you are in town. Stop by, hang out with Judy and Liz. We've also got we got a crochet class going on.
We'll be barbecuing out in the parking lot.
They'll be tailgating.
We're going to be barbecuing brats.
That's right. And they'll be cheering so I can hear them all the way in Hilton Head and through the rain. Right. And I hopefully won't be on the side of the road going, somebody just come back and pick me up.
Put me out of my business.
I'm just going to jump off this bridge because it's faster to swim.
She's laying on the ground and somebody just comes by and rolls her over. Is
she all right? Is she alive? Oh, she's still breathing. It's fine. So have a great week. We'll see you back here next Friday.
Happy Valentine's